Alright. Let's get this show on the road. How are we all doing? Welcome back. I'm looking forward to today. I think we can probably achieve some good stuff today. We are back. We're in Godot. I think audio's good. Let me just make sure that I'm not quiet compared to the music. Yeah, sounds alright. Sounds alright. If the music gets too loud at any point, or if the volume sounds out of balance, someone just let me know in the chat, pretty please. But right, let me gather my thoughts because my brain is scattered. Welcome back, everybody. We are back today in Godot working on my next game, which I'm using Godot for now because I've really been enjoying using Godot, and Godot is really quite cool. Ignoring the recent dramas with everything that's been going on Twitter and with the Discord and whatnot, we don't worry too much about the big goings-ons of game engines here. So, TerraSketch, hello, welcome. I am excited. Goal for today. I mean, okay. First of all, let's see where we got up to. So last time we left off, we had started building out a state machine for the little gladelings using GD script, and I then went off and started messing around with C#, looking at Firebelly games specifically, and also doing some courses on Godot so I could get a bit more up to scratch. So, since that video, I have... Oh, I should probably turn on stream mode, shouldn't I, for my Discord. I'll sort that in a second. But yeah, so I went off and did some research and have since rebuilt basically everything that we had, but in C# instead, and then done a little bit extra. So if I pop open my world node and hit play here, we can see we've got a little field with little dudes that can run around, and they are making use... Oh, I clicked off the window. There we go. They're making use of the navigation agent node, making use of the built-in nav mesh, or nav, what is the word? I don't actually even know what it's called. I can't remember off the top of my head. It'll be in the code somewhere. Yes, navigation map, that's it. Talk about the code in a minute, but yeah, they just pick a random spot, walk to it, stand there for a bit, and kind of bob around. And this was like relatively straightforward to get up and spinning, but yeah, I like how you're more into this than I am, and I've been developing in Godot for 10 months. Yeah, remember, I've been developing games like irrespective of engine for 13 years, so don't even trip. It's I'd be concerned about my own knowledge if I couldn't come into an engine that's already using a language I'm very familiar with and not pick it up relatively quickly. Which today is going to be good evidence of me fumbling that process, don't you worry. So, with them doing their things, what I would like to try and get working today is having them actually do things. So for anyone, or yeah, for context, let me pull up Twitter real quick, because we all love Twitter. I'm going to show you an old tweet that I posted a little while back. See if I can pull this up real quick. And by real quick, I mean real slow. Where is it? This is a while back. I'm scrolling. I mean, it's probably like February time, I think I was working on this. Yeah, let me pull this over onto the main screen so it's not quite so mind-numbing just staring at a blank screen. Here it is. This lovely little thing here. So this is like the core premise for what I want Gladelings to be. It was a prototype I was working on a little while back, which was inspired by a prototype made by Paul Shep, the other half of Grizzly Games. And I really liked the aesthetic of it, so I was like, yeah, I'm going to keep working on that, and then came up with this little kind of auto-idler city builder. No worries, Terra Sketch. See you soon. Enjoy. So yeah, the idea being you have resources around the place, and rather than physically telling people to do specific things or telling your citizens to do specific things, you just give them priorities, and then they go and fulfill the jobs that they need to do in line with their priorities and their needs. So I want to basically take that, evolve it, and build it out onto, you know, the greater scale. So goal for today is basically to get this basic thing spun up again, so we can have like a tree spawn in, we can have some wheat and things be able to spawn in, and we can get these guys kind of starting to do little tasks around the place. So that's what we're going to be doing today. But before that, I want to remind everyone we are publishing a game, Isle of Birds. The demo is due to come out in like a week. It's going to be taking part in the October Next Fest, which means everything's going to be going real soon. The trailer's going to be coming out next week. Lots of fun stuff happening. It's going to be great. So go wishlist on Steam if you haven't already. It helps out a lot, and it really helps out the developer, obviously at Interactive, who is a good friend of mine, and we're helping him push it over the line. So yeah, would be much appreciated if you could go check that out. Leon, hello, welcome. We're back finally, doing some more dev stuff. And I think today is going to be a vibe. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just delete all of the Gladelings from in the world. I'm also going to delete the input handler because I'm still not entirely across how input works in Godot yet. So we're gonna do some learning together here. But first things first, we're gonna take a look at some code. So also tell me if any of the text is too small on screen or anything's not readable. I'll zoom in, make adjustments. Just, yeah, any issues, let me know. Thinking about joining the Laravel bandwagon. I have no opinions there. I've never used it. So I could not tell you. I couldn't tell you either way. But if you do, let me know. Let me know how it goes. Always interested to learn more. Okay, so if I refer back to my memory that is hit and miss, we want to I want to have a separate object that represents each chunk, and then be able to get that generated, or have it generate itself, taking in the tile map potentially, because then we can kind of separate the data for a specific chunk, because I'd like to introduce like biomes and things down the line, and I should be able to specify, you know, a certain biome will have certain resources in certain percentages, blah blah blah. So ideally we would want a separate data structure to be holding that information, although we could just have it as a resource. Yeah, that probably makes a lot more sense. So I'm going to just do a real quick export on here. Font-wise, I honestly couldn't tell you what I'm rocking. I think it's just the default font that comes with the VS Code Darks theme. I haven't really done much customization since getting this set up on this machine, because you know, up until the last live stream a couple of weeks ago, I was using Visual Studio because I was just still doing Unity dev. But yeah, since the Brackies Game Jam, I've been pretty much exclusively Godot. I've really only done Unity for the kind of projects that we're working on that are paid at the moment. So like client work that's been in Unity already, and just needing to, you know, wrap things up on that front. But Godot is just kind of really nice. I'm really enjoying using it, especially for and I kind of want to go on to, I'm going off on a bit of a tangent, but I want to talk about this. I am not, you know, switching to Godot exclusively because Unity bad, blah, blah, blah. It's simply because, like, the workflow is nice and it's really well optimized for having lots of entities. A really crucial difference, which I think is hard to pick up, or took me a minute to pick up anyway, between Unity and Godot, is really having that difference between nodes and game objects, where a game object comes with a lot of overhead and can cause a lot of lag for, you know, the game, or not a lot of lag, but a lot of performance overhead if you start getting more and more of them, whereas nodes in Godot don't really do the same. They're a lot better optimized to be able to handle loads and loads of them, which is why, you know, you look at games like Brotato where you got bullets and entities and things flying all over the place and they run at a good frame rate. I feel like if I did the same thing with game objects in Unity, I would start getting lag spikes really quickly, unless I went to look at ECS, which I have done a bit, but, you know, it would take me a lot longer to figure out how to implement all of this stuff using ECS, or even like a hybrid between ECS and game objects, than it would to just build it in Godot and still get decent frame rate and performance, you know. So I'm using Godot because it's the right tool for the job and it's quite quick to iterate, even though I still need to learn some bits about it, and I almost definitely will continue to use Unity for other things in the future that suit better than Godot does. But yeah, that's enough rambling on that. So small but easy to read. That's good. Is it? If I might just zoom in like one extra step, just so it's not like super tiny on the stream. I think it probably should be okay. Definitely will be at this size, because that's bigger than the YouTube chat now, I think. Anyway, right. So private tile map layer, and this is going to be my resource map. So this is going to be like where we spawn trees and stuff. Trees and stuff. You can see I've got a to-do here as well for replacing the data map and converting to a graphics map with the dual map system. Which, for anyone who doesn't know, the dual map system is basically, it's a concept that I think was or brought to the forefront, at least, by Oscar Stahlberg for Townscaper and Bad North, things like that, where effectively you have, instead of just having the one grid where, you know, each tile is a space on the grid and then you've got to have loads of different combos for each of the different neighbor configurations. Basically, when you stick a tile in a place, you have to think about 8 different neighbors to decide, yeah, 8 different neighbors to decide what the tile should look like for it to blend smoothly. And that's just a lot of different combinations to work with. So the dual tile system works on the basis of having a data map which says, okay, this square is grass, this square is water, this square is sand, for example. And then over the top of that you have a secondary map which is offset by half a unit. And that way your actual graphical tiles are drawn as the combinations of what the neighbors would be. So any given position in the data grid, you only have to work out what the neighbors would look like for 4 tiles around it, effectively. I've explained that in a very layman's way, but there's 3 fantastic videos out there, one by Oscar Stahlberg himself, given at, I think, GDC, which he explains the whole process. Then Thin Matrix has done a video where he touches on it as part of his latest game, his cozy little gardening, farming, restaurant game. And Jess Codes as well has done a really good video explaining it, which also comes with source code for both Unity and Godot for an implementation. So highly recommend you go check those if you're interested. Take a look at the extension To Do Tree. Oh my gosh, where's my extensions? Nope, there's my extensions. This sounds like something that I would want, assuming this is the one. Ooh. Ooh, I wonder. I mean, I'm going to try it out. I do worry that it's going to overcrowd my, whatsamajignet a little bit. If its goal is to, or if it makes, additional drop downs under my gubbins. Words. losing the plot over here. Hey, look at that. Hey, look at that. That's nifty. That's cool. Okay, nice. Thank you for the recommendation. I will be making good use of this. Okay, so, what I would like to do when I generate a chunk, at least for the time being, I think we just pick 10 random positions within the chunk, and we set the tile on that to be some object. I wonder... Yeah, I am on the right page. I want to look at, can I have a node as a tile in Godot? Yes, you can. Thanks, Gemini. I don't know if I trust Gemini very much. He keeps giving me wrong information. Let's see. Any collision? I think I probably can. I feel like I've almost done it before. Got under my assets, my default biome tile set. This is another thing that I can do as well, or another fun thing is I can have these different tile sets under the same... Like I can have a resource for the biome, is what I'm trying to say. So you know what? Real speedy. Let's go and make a new scene. I'm jumping all over the place right now. New scene. This is going to be a 2D scene, which I'm going to call tree. And I'm going to add a child node, which will be sprite 2D. And this is going to be my graphics. And of course, I'm going to have a separate sprite, not sprite 2D, node 2D underneath this, which is going to be my graphics root. Oh well, this will be my graphics. Drag you under there. This is going to be called tree sprite. Like that. And that's going to be graphics. There we go. Let's go zoom into this. And I want the texture to be... my little tree. There it is. Move him up. And then needs a collider. Does it need a collider? I probably want it to have a collider. For now, it's not so important. Prefabs tree, and we are going to attempt to drag this in. Oh, we can't. That's a shame. Alright, let's have a quick looky, shall we? Oh, I think it's going to be on the using tile sets, isn't it? Can I... anything I've seen? Using a collection of scenes. Huzzah! Scene tiles come with greater performance overhead compared to atlases, since every scene is instanced individually for every place tile. Yeah, that makes sense. But I need to do some advanced manipulation, and I want it to be on the grid. I could theoretically just not use the tile map for it, but I kind of want to. Scenes collection, amazing. This is going to be my... Can I rename you, please? Please? Amazing, there's my tree. There we go. Okay, this is going to be my resources. Or biome resources, I guess. So then, we can go ahead and say, if I remember how to do... if I remember how to do this, let's just do a roll of the dice. So we'll say if, and I need to generate a random number, which is going to be, how do I do it again? Yeah, sure. gd.rand. Returns a random unsigned integer. Use remainder to obtain the random value. Oh dear, got the yawns. Yeah, I'm gonna do rand range and we'll go 0 to 10. And we'll say if that's greater than 5. I think that's going to be the easiest way to do it. Then we will say resource map. Resource map dot set cell. I tell you what, let's subtract the tile position out. Vector to blue plus position times chunk size. This is going to be tile world position. Equals that. And then we can do a similar thing here. Tile world position. We are going to be using, do I remember what the thing is? Source ID. What? Why have I made that 12? Jeez. Because that ID is 12, makes sense. So it's going to be ID 0. And then we're going to use 0 on there. And then what's the last parameter is the alternative tile, which we will have be 0 as well. Amazing. Oh, Atlas coords, of course. Vector 2.0 is what I need that to be. No? Why is this complaining all of a sudden? I think it's because that needs to be a bracket and that needs not to be a bracket. Oh no, I've messed something up in my line. Wait, yeah, new. 0. There we go. Got there eventually. Got there eventually. Okay, cool. So now let's duplicate our ground map. This is going to be our resource map. I don't think I need to change anything on here. That's all good. Ooh, it has made me ask myself the question though. What happens if I change the tile set? I probably want to have just a whole bunch. I probably want to have a whole bunch of atlases and scene groups for the different biomes, don't I? There. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. Oh yeah. Rebuild the project. Failed to build. What do you mean? Did I forget to save? No, I saved. Let me just bin off system.numerics and then I can do that. There we go. Sweet. So we should have random trees now. Oh, no. We got an error. What are we looking at? Object not set to reference of... Oh, yeah, because I haven't assigned it. Doi. There we go. Resource map. Do I need to do any order changing? I think I do. Jeez, I think it's automatic. Perhaps automatic in the other direction. No, we're getting no trees. Let's just make the tree. And see what happens. You know what, just for good measure, I'm gonna not fill in any of the ground as well. Because I want to make sure that we are just spawning trees. Oh, we're not spawning trees! I wonder why we're not spawning trees. Do 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 do. Display place. What does that do? If true, placeholder marker will be placed on top of the scene's preview. Marker is displayed anyway if the scene has no valid preview. Okay, I guess that doesn't need to be true. Oh, could be that. So I want... Or can I not set a cell if I'm using an atlas? Or not an atlas, sorry. Scene collection, scene group. I wonder, because I believe if I go into tile map, I can, yeah, paint my tree on. That's all good. Let's undo that real quick. Why does it make those actually? I guess it just spawns them in under. That's quite fun. That's quite fun. I'm getting so distracted. My poor little sleepy brain. So I need to figure out why this isn't working. I wonder if I can... set? No, that's not what I want. Probably Google this and it would come a lot quicker. I mean, I feel like it has to be set cell. Are there any other overloads for set cell? Let's find out. Hey. it is just what it is. Sets the tile identifiers for the cell on layer. Yep, coords. Blah. Source identifier, that's the source. Atlas coords identifier identifies the tile coordinates between the atlas. If the source is a tile at the source. For scene collection sources, it should always be 0. Cool, okay. And then the scene. Okay, so we want our alternative to be 1, basically. So that should be 1. And now... Oh, what? Oh, dingus. There we go. Now we should just see a grid of trees. Hey, Alan's here. Woo! Grid of trees. Alan, hello. How you doing, friend? I'm using the tile map to place resources, but I'm now not so sure that I actually even want to do that because I wanna animate them when they appear, ideally. So actually, I'm wondering if everything that I've just done has been a waste, which is completely fine. Yo, look at that. Trees on grass. Yeah, trees on grass. Yeah, I'm gonna just completely ignore what I've done there. Yo. Going alright, not too bad. My brain is not with it today. I am so frazzled, it seems. But, you know, we move. I would like to... yeah, I'm going crazy. I'm going to make a new folder, which is going to be my... I guess I don't even need it to be a new folder. I'm just going to make a new file, and this is going to be... Get on the lines, main supplements. I need to. Please send me some. My guy. Help. I'm losing the plot slowly but surely. Like right now, what am I? Biome data.cs. And this is going to be a public class biome data, which will inherit from resource, and we're going to have like, wait, let's not do that. Let's do that. It needs to be partial. And what are you? Oh yeah, namespaces. I forget that that's a thing that it likes to have. I'm gonna pretend that it's not a thing. Let's export a public Godot array. Oh, it's gd.array, isn't it? No? Array? There it is. There we go. Public array of type. Nothing specific. This is going to be my resource prefabs. And in fact, this does need to be an array of packed scene, but I have a feeling that's not how it works. It is how it works. Amazing. So then in here, let's pass in a biome data. And I will have, again, an export. Biome data, default biome data, and we'll pass that through in here. Very nice. You can be public, but we'll make you a get private set so that we don't mess things up elsewhere. And eventually, you know, we'll put in a bunch of stuff for like what the ground looks like. yeah, what the ground tile set looks like, what creatures can exist in this biome, things like that. And again, we'll probably want to like abstract a lot of this stuff out so that the biomes have their own like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Their own object for existing at runtime, so that they can listen to things like a day-night cycle, all the rest of it. But for now, I am just going to pick 10 random positions and stick down a random resource from in the thing. So let's have... what do I want to have? I guess I can just go through this list. My brain is so not doing the thing today. Does the Godot namespace let you use signals? Yes, kinda. You can still use signals, but they're a little weird. I'm trying to think where I've done it. I think I've done it in the state machine. Yeah, so you have to declare a delegate void, and it has to be named thing event handler, and then you mark it with the signal tag, and then you can still listen back to stuff with, have I got it in here? No, maybe in the state machine? Yeah, here we go. On state transitions, you can just subscribe to it as if it was a normal event. Or a standard delegate anyway. But yeah, it's a little bit different. It's not quite so simple as just being able to say, here's my signal. You have to actually make a delegate void and it'll work that way. Anyway, brain, please work. How do I want to get random, like a random set positions? I guess I'll just do more or less what I was doing in here. Eventually we'll use stuff like Perlin noise and whatnot for getting nice layouts. So we'll just have a... Wait, what are you doing? Oh, why am I trying to make a private float inside a method? I want an int, and this is going to be resource count, and I'm going to have that equal to 10, and then we're going to say int spawned resource count. Don't even need to do that. We're just going to decrease it. So we could say if greedy.randRange, and let's say between like 0 and 100, and we'll say if it's less than, I don't know, 60, so we're more likely to definitely get things spawning, we'll say resource count, hey, stop! Resource count minus minus, and then we will instantiate our thing. Real quick, I also want to say resource count is greater than 0, and this. Reason I'm doing it in that order is because I don't want to be generating a random number every time if we don't have, or if we've already got the number of resources spawned that we want. And with an and, if it checks the first one first, and then if that's false, it will ignore the second one completely. So we don't need to be generating a random number. That's good. Cool. Var new resource equals, what is it? I've forgotten how to instantiate Alan. Alan, how do I create an instance of a thing? I think it is just .instantiate, isn't it? So we're going to do biome data dot resource prefabs And then we'll say random dot, not random, gd dot rand range. And we're going to go between 0 and biome data dot resource prefabs dot count -1 dot instantiate. Amazing. And I think we can do that as a resource, but I don't need to do anything like that at the moment. Yeah, good. It's got that as a Godot node. I want it to be as a node 2D. And then we can say new resource dot global position equals tile world position, and add child new resource. Okay, sweet. I do need to do some things. We're going to rebuild the product. Lord have mercy. Right, I'm going to get some Coke in me, like Coca-Cola. Not careful now. Careful now. Okay. I'm gonna make a Coke would definitely wake me up. But we're not going down that road. Right, game resources, and I'm going to create a new resource of type biome. The frig, where's my biome data? Bruh. Where is my biome data? What? I'm not tweaking, am I? That is a resource. Godot resource. Yep. Yep. That's good to know. That little end caveat. Garbage collection and all that jazz. Anyway, why can I not create... Does it need to be in a namespace? Let's give it a namespace. Namespace. And it's going to be gladelings dot world generation. Let's import that. And then let's see if I can actually do this thing. Doesn't look like it. Maybe I can't make custom resources in C#, although I feel like I should be able to. Custom resource Godot C#. C#, there we go. Yep, cool. Add the global class attribute above the class definition. Here we go. Global classes registered in Godot's editor so they can be used more conveniently. Makes sense. Global classes show up in the add node and create dial. Okay, perfect. Sick. That is good to know. So that needs to be global class. Head back over to Godot. Rebuild the project. And then bada bing, bada boom. Biome data. Thank you, internet. This is going to be default biome. And you know what? We might end up just going off on a complete tangent and getting the world generation stuff set up. I don't want to do that, but who knows? Right, let's add my tree in here. I said let's add my tree. There we go. And then let's hit play, I guess. Oh, no, I haven't assigned the thing. Let's assign the thing first. Default biome data. Default biome. That ain't right. That ain't right. I got 10 trees all in the same place, more or less. Why has that happened? Looks like a what, sorry? What are these words you've just hit me with? I mean, it's consistent. Let's just try position. Maybe I need to add it to the scene first. Ha! No, that's made a difference. Although I may try adding it to the scene first. You just sent me a picture. That's amazing. Hold on. Let me... Oh, it's going to pull it up on the main screen, isn't it? I want to share it with the world, but I can't. I can't be... Here we go. Let's do this. And then I do want this to be the global position, otherwise it's going to mess some shiz up. No! Why? Why? I wonder why it's doing that. They've all ended up as -8. Okay, I'm going to make this less than 25. Absolutely the wrong thing to be fiddling with, but I don't know why. I do know why this wouldn't be working. Because I need to get this as a world position, not the tile position. So I think I want to do ground map dot cell to, what is it? World, no, position. There's a way to do it. I'm going to leave this tab open in case I need to come back to it. Godot. Okay. Oh, wait. Yeah. Okay, world does not help. Global? Question mark? Local to map. Returns the map coordinates of the cell. Given local position. Maps local. This is probably what I want. Turns the... Yeah, perfect. Okay. So we're going to do map to local and we're going to pass in tile world position. There we go. Now we should be in the money. I'm still in the... Hey! Amazing. I mean, it doesn't look fantastic, but we'll go with it. I'm still fully in the brain mode of, like, waiting for things to compile when I when I switch back into the editor, which obviously is not how Godot works. You have to compile it by hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Amazing. Our little gladelings aren't going to avoid these, which is fine. I don't really need avoidance on the nav meshes, except for with enemies, and we can have those do what they need to do. Oh yeah, because I'm just avoiding entities, not world objects. That's fine. Okay. So, I'm going to want to change this. This is not what I want. But I also don't want to just kind of like pick 10 random positions. For now, we'll leave it. We'll leave it for now. It's fine. I need to have these boys do some things. So I'm going to make a new scene. And this is going to be my home base. And once again, we are going to have a graphics, node 2D graphics, sprite 2D, house or store sprite, I guess. Because I don't actually want it to be a house. I want it to be like a little bucket or something. Let's have a look in the sprites that we got. I mean, I could literally go with the bucket, but that's a bit silly. Do I really not have like a house sprite in here? I guess not. I've got a well. Oh, the top of a well anyway. Middle of a well rather. Oh my gosh. Right, let me see if I can track down bruh. Small yourself. I see if I can track down the Kenny assets that we're working with here. I do have an art style in mind for this project, which I'm quite excited to get started on. It's just going to take me a hot minute. Right, let's extract this. Extract all. We want to go to whip. Documents. Shoodock Studios, game projects, gladelings, assets, sprites. And I'm going to make a new folder, which I'm going to call Tiny Town. Oh my gosh. Ah! There we go. Amazing. And I'm going to do a similar deal for the tiny dungeons as well. Sweet. Right. Yeah, we got loads of pieces in here. That bag looking one could be good. I think that's what I'm going to go with as a placeholder. Which should be under here. There it is. Boom. Drag that up as well. I'm going to save this. Yeah, I'm going to save it as is. Prefabs. Let's call this item store, actually. Or resource store. Because maybe I want to be able to place other resource stores around the place, and then they can find the nearest one and run things over to it, and it will just be like global. No, that's not what I want to do. I want it to be that resources are stored with individual ones, so you kind of have to, they have to run them around the place. That's a lot more fun. He's going to need possibly a collider. I don't think so, though. We'll use some distance checks, I reckon. But he is going to need a script, so let's go ahead and add one. C#, node 2D, resource store. Let's make sure this goes in the right place. Scripts. Sure, I'll leave it here for now. We can move it later. And we hope and pray that Godot doesn't shoot us in the foot and delete our resource store. I also need to make, like, resources. So I'll tell you what, let's, oh no, this isn't what I want to do. I don't want to do this like that. So a resource store. I want a resource store to be a thing that can hold resources. Makes sense, but I potentially want that to exist on like other stuff as well. So for example, in my prototype that I had for this, we had I had it be the case that you had a resource store on buildings, so that they can then hold the resources that they cost to build. And then once they've got all those resources in their resource store, they would be built. So let's namespace gladlings dot I don't know, resource. No, it's probably going to be entities dot resources. I need music back. Okay. Good. Cool. So yeah, that's what this is going to behave as. I would like I guess let's make a tent. Let's make a tent, or a home base. And then this home base is going to have a resource store. So start again, home base, and then let's add a node, and you're going to be the base resource store. What I should probably actually do is be sensible. You're going to be a resource store, you're going to be a node, and let's make you a global class, and that way I can just create one. I want to just test that works. Add child node, resource. I need to build the project. Perfect. There it is. Cool. So, I would like to have some signal on this. Signal public delegate void on resource taken. Event handler. There we go. And we'll have a signal public delegate void on resource added event handler. Amazing. Let's have, Yeah, okay, so the way I'm gonna do this is we'll have basically a base set of resources, I'm thinking probably 6, that'll be like wood, stone, iron, oh well, yeah, like the basics, wood, stone, yeah, woodstone food, I guess, or woodstone wheat, and then we'll have some upgraded versions of those which you can build with special buildings, like planks, bricks, and I don't know, meat or something like that. So I am going to create a public enum resource type, and for now let's just have wood, stone, food. Although I don't know if I want food to be a special type. I don't think I do. I don't think I do. That's fine as is. And then up here, let's have a public dictionary. I think it could be read-only. Dictionary that maps a resource type to an int. And this is going to be stored resources. We're going to have this be get private set. If I can get my brain to do the things. Semicolon. Semicolon. What do you mean read only is not valid for this item? Oh, I mean, I guess it's not. Get private set equals new. No, still not going to let me? Okay. We won't make it read only then. Just have it be public. I don't want to be able to overwrite it though, necessarily. Oh well. Just delete those for now. We're going to have a public void add resource. And we're going to pass in the resource type. Resource type. I won't add an int for now, or maybe I will. Yeah, sure. We'll have an int for the total amount, probably better, and then we will do a check to say if stored resources dot try get value, and it's going to be our resource type out whoop int stored resource, then we can say our stored resources at the resource type equals stored resource plus the amount. Otherwise we will say stored resources dot add resource type amount, like so, and then we will invoke our on resource added. Oh, how do I fire off a signal? I've forgotten. No, not on state transition, sorry. I want the... Oh, bums. State. There it is, Gladling idle. Have I not used it in here? I've not yet. Okay, let's double check how we do that. Godot C# signals. Emit signal. Great. And yeah, it's coming back now. That's going to be on resource added. Wait, I spoke too soon. Signal name dot, yeah. There we go. Have a similar kind of deal for public, bool, try, take, resource. That's going to be resource type, resource type, and I'm only going to have this, this isn't going to take an amount, it's just going to have the resource type, because I only want to be able to take one at a time. I think. For now, that's how I want to do it. Hey, Soul Engine Studios here. I am so sorry, I have no idea what time you sent that message. I was so in the zone, but welcome. It's good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hope you've been doing well. I've been seeing you've been doing some more videos and streams recently, but I haven't been keeping up with it, so I need to get back on watching the content. Right. We are going to say if not stored resources dot try get value. And it's going to be resource type, and we can just out. Yeah, we'll out int stored resource, or stored resource is equal to 0. So if either of those are the case, then we're going to return false. Otherwise, we return true. And we will reduce stored resources, resource type, minus equals 1. Like so. Yeah. It's a good place to be, definitely. Especially today for me, because I have not been in the flow zone at all. Although, we're like an hour in, and we've got trees spawning, and we now also have a resource store, which is nice. So the next thing that I kind of need to think about doing is making it such that I can actually have my people put stuff in this. What game am I making? I am making a new game. It's going to be my next commercial one, hopefully. No, it will be. Commit. It's called Gladelings. It's a auto colony management game based off of this old prototype that I made, which in turn was inspired by an old prototype by Paul from Grizzly Games, which was one of the prototypes that they were building during the discovery phase of Thronefall. They stopped quite early, but I really liked how it looked and kind of wanted to see where some ideas for it would go. So I'm basically in this stream trying to remake this functionality of having the little dudes that hang around the base, and then we'll go and grab or they'll do things automatically without you telling them to do them, basically. The civilians work based on their own autonomy with a priority that's then assigned to them, rather than being told exactly what to do. So yeah, that's what we're working with right now. I was going to rename this scene to be my home base, and we're going to drag one of these into the world. I'm going to place it at 0, 0. And I want to see how it looks on the thing. Did you get to assign them duties? Yeah, so this is the point. And rather than, yeah, you would assign to a, you might assign the priority for a civilian to be food, for example, or farming. And then that dude is going to go off and he's going to do everything or anything pertaining to food that meets that priority. So it could be planting seeds in a farm, it could be harvesting wheat, It could be, you know, working the sawmill. You can assign someone to guard, and that would be, you know, going out and fighting off enemies or going up a watchtower. It could be all sorts of things. And then I want to kind of pair that in with a civilization style progression tree. So having some kind of experience system that then allows you to research things, but I want that to happen through buildings too. So like you build a I don't know, you'd build a lab or something like a workshop, and in said workshop you could then say that this civilian specifically is focused on research, and then in the workshop say that you want to be researching, I don't know, advanced mechanics, and then that dude will go off and wander down there, start doing his research on advanced mechanics, and it will take X amount of days. But it also means that if his requirements for something else take precedence, or if you need him to go do something else for a little bit, then you have to pause the research, you know? So it's kind of like hopefully there'll be some fun balance type things going on there. Right, let me make a script for this home base. So currently it's got the resource store on it. We don't want that to be the case. We know it has a resource store, but we want the home base itself to have its own script. I think I want that to be the case anyway. See, what I'm debating, because something that I'd like to do is, you know, I think a lot about the general loop of the way this game will work. Players need to manage civilians to make sure that they don't run out of civilians, because if you have no civilians left, then it's game over. You know, you're not going to be doing anything. So we need a way to get more civilians, and I don't know whether I want that to be building tents or just having some kind of like reproduction mechanic. I think I'm probably leaning towards the latter, and then maybe having it be the case that tents like or extra buildings provide like an increased safety range or something like that. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure yet which direction I want to go in with that. I don't know. We'll decide later. I'm going to go back to scripts, and I'm going to just create this home base. C#. Good. I am going to give this a export private packed scene, and this is going to be my Gladeling prefab. We'll also have a private int starting Gladelings, and we will say on ready for int I equals 0, I is less than starting Gladelings I++, and then we'll just spawn in the Gladelings. We'll want to make them a child of the world node, I guess, rather than the home base, just in case the home base gets destroyed. That could be an interesting thing. I'm not sure yet. Whoops. Instantiate. There we go. Then I guess I want to pick a position around the base. So here's a fun thing that we can do for that. We can say new Gladeling dot position. This is gonna have to be as Gladeling. Oh, yeah, I need to... There we go. I'm going to have to update that namespace as well, because it's not... That doesn't fit the Ow. Punch the table. Doesn't fit the naming convention at all. But anyway, new gladeling.position is going to be equal to a new vector2. And we're going to pass in a gd.rand range between -1 and 1. And this is going to be the same for both of them. Whoops. There, darn it. Keep pressing X and C instead of C and V. There we go. And then we're going to normalize it. And then we're going to multiply it by like 1.5. So that's going to make sure that all of our gladelings are positioned in a radius of 1.5 units around our base. And then we can say tree... What is it? It's get tree? Oh wait, no, I think I can just add sibling, can't I? Yeah, let's do that. Add sibling. And we'll add the new gladeling as our sibling. That's all good. So now our home base is doing the do. Let's rebuild our project. We're going to have to assign some of this junk. Keep sliding away from my camera. That's better. Now I can lean back and then I'm centered. Right. Gladeling prefab. Gladeling. Starting gladelings. Let's say 5. 3. 3 is fine. Save that scene. Go back to our world. We have our home base in here. And if I kick this off, we're not getting any gladelings. We're getting errors. Parent node is busy setting up children. Add sibling failed. Consider add sibling deferred. Good shout. Whoops. Stop. Ooh, how do I do deferred in C#? Oh, I have to run call deferred and then specify the function. Okay. Let's try that. Okay. Amazing. Look at them go. So they're just going to hang around for now, but we are actually going to have them go and chop down trees and stuff in a very short moment, which is cool. What I'm wondering is, do I have like a base sort of state which... Hold on a minute. Oh, no, that's fine. I was getting confused for a second because I was like, why is my flowers in a diagonal line? But it's because it's the tile there. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And just like that, my train of thought has disappeared. Yeah, I was going to say, should we have them have like a basic idle thing where they just don't really do anything? Oh, yeah, no, that was how I was going to work it. Yeah, so if I pull up Obsidian real quick, I've got the game design document here for gladelings. So the I want to have this centered. There we go. Bum ba dum. Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. So in Gladelings, the player has minimal direct control with regards to the specific actions that their Gladelings will perform. Rather, the role of the player is to mark areas of the world for specific purposes, i.e., farming, quarrying, lumber, construction in general, and then assign priorities to the Gladelings for them to execute these tasks as they see fit. Marking areas for certain disciplines will be done in a manner similar to zoning in city skylines. Player can then they can select the zoning type and paint every region. Okay, so yeah, we probably need to create this zoning system. So the idea being that we would be able to like enter zoning mode. I might do some little like zoom in, play a sound effect, give you an overlay grid, and then you can drag and drop over a given area or paint in a region as being zoned for lumber, for example. And then at that point, any tiles underneath that space will be marked as lumber spaces, and the Gladelings will go ahead and chop down any trees that exist in there, or go ahead and plant trees from saplings that are stored anywhere nearby, which makes me think I probably need some like storage buildings, or to not have an enum as the thing that I'm using for the resource key, but rather just have like a solid resource. I also need to figure out sorting. Why sort enabled? That's probably what I want, isn't it? Let me do a test on ordering. Why sort enabled? Yeah, sick. Okay, save that. Let's do the same for my tree. Y sort enabled. Home base. Y sort enabled. And then the maps, their ordering is just going to be like, I don't know, -1. And we don't need the resource map anymore, I don't think, actually. But, you know, just for testing's sake, let's make sure all of this is now working as expected. Vaguely. I want to see you walk behind something, friend. Maybe I need to actually put on Y sorting on the sprites themselves, which would be kinda annoying. But let's see. I mean, again, I should probably just be Googling this. Whoops, wrong scene. No, look at that. They're still rendering above, aren't they? Go on, walk past that tree. There we go. Yeah, he's still rendering below the tree. Let me have a look over here. It's probably to do with the ordering in the node hierarchy. Google it is. 2D sprite sorting Godot. Yeah, it should be handled well with Y sorting. have a looky. Let's get this zoomed in as well so you guys can see what's happening. Yep. Okay, so I guess something's just busted. Is that what we're saying? I want Y sort enabled. Yeah, canvas item enable Y sort enabled. Yeah. I want that enabled on here. I don't want it enabled on the sprite, because you're going to be sorted by your parent. That's fine. Save you up. Same with the tree sprite. Let's have you off, and the tree is going to be Y sort enabled. Yep, home base. Not sort the sprite, but the tree, the root, sorry, is going to be sorted. Okay, good, great, fantastic. So then why, when I'm here, do we now end up rendering kind of funky? Any Godot users in chat know what the deal is here? Because that should have just popped through to be in front. I scratched my head in confusion. Oh, I see, I see. Do I actually need to have it be on the world? Have Y sort enabled? Go on, keep heading down towards the trees. Go on. No, no. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's interesting. So it's the parent. The parent node needs to be have the Y sort enabled rather than the children. Good one to be aware of. But okay, great. We now have some nice sorting order on our little gladelings. I really want to sort out this random positioning. It's going to make me aggy if I don't. So I am going to just jump over to world real quick, and I'm going to just, yeah, say for int I equals 0, I is less than resource count I plus plus. And let's just do some random position stuff and then add our trees. Get rid of all this. And I want to basically take exactly this, but I want to say it's going to be a random value between positive chunk size and negative chunk size. No, between 0 and chunk size. So we're going to say gd.rand range 0 chunk size dot x capital X. Let's just cast that to an int. And then same deal over here. Except we're going to be doing chunk size.y. And now we should have some slightly more random positioning for our trees. Yeah, there we go. It's a bit better. Cool. Right, got about 30 minutes before I want to look at wrapping up, so yeah, what do I want to work on for that? Gonna just clean up some of the boilerplate in here. Close the gladling idle. Possibly want to change this. Yeah, I really want this to just be like an inventory. So perhaps I actually have a resource definition for an item type. Let's do that. Let's do that. Scripts, create folder, and this is going to be item. Yeah, item management. Create new script. I'm going to call this item data. You're going to be C#. Going to be an object. Lovely stuff. Let's create. Pop that open. You are going to inherit from resource, not from node. Going to be a global class. And we're going to put you in the namespace gladlings dot item management dot. Oh no, just gladlings dot item management. That's fine. And then this is going to have a private string item name, which can be get private set. We'll have a... Why are you complaining? You should be public. There we go. Public texture 2D item sprite get private set. I think that's probably okay. We can work with that for now. I don't think we're going to have any fancy animations or anything for items in the UI or held in hand. Maybe we will. I don't know. In which case I'll replace the sprite with a, you know, a packed scene. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So then in the resource store, I actually want this dictionary to be a item data and an int. Just get rid of this resource type entirely. And then we can also have, in my gladling, it can have a private item data held item data, which will be equal to null by default. And we can give it some public void set held item, which is going to take in obviously item data, and we will have something like export private sprite 2D, and this is going to be our held item display, and we can say held item data equals item data, and then held item display dot texture equals item data dot item sprite, otherwise null. Amazing. So I'll tell you what, let's go ahead and give our Gladeling that now. I'm going to, under the graphics container, add a child node, which is a sprite 2D. I'm going to call this our held item display. I'm going to give it a placeholder texture of ideally something like a log. But I don't think there is a log texture in this pack. Oh my god, there is. Amazing. Move that up and we'll scale it down. Something like that. That's going to be perfect for our little boy. In fact, I might make it even a little bit smaller. Oh, no, that's fine. That's fine. Make sure our project is up to date, and then we can assign the thing in there. And I kind of want to see what they look like with those running around above their heads anyway. Oh, wrong scene. Look at them hopping around with their little items. Cute. So they'll be able to go and dump them in the bag. And I also think I actually want the bag to be centered. So I'm going to move that back to 0, 0. I just think I prefer it to be in the middle of the tile rather than like have the base of it in the middle of the tile, you know? Trees though, I'm happy with them being, oh, every time, happy with them being, I don't know why I don't just assign the world scene. There we go. And then I can just hit the play button and it will be fine. Yeah. Cool. It's coming together. I am going to remove the flower tile though from my tile set because I don't actually like it very much. I'm going to have just broken it, aren't I? Because it's going to be like... yeah, of course I have. There's a way for me to change that. I'm not going to bother with it right now because I both don't have the time or the brain power. Okay. Let's do override ready. And I'm just going to say Set held item to null. Make sure we got nothing on us. And then we'll be able to have things like, yeah, like, have it go up to a tree, chop it, and collect the wood and run off. That's quite nice. I just want to make sure that that's actually going to behave how I expect it to, and we're not going to... Yeah, good. Good. This is coming together nice and faster than I intend it to, because I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I can make some animations real quick, because I would want one for chop. Yeah, currently animating the body pivot, so I would like to add a sprite 2D, and this is going to be my active tool. And for now, let's just pretend it's an axe. Axe. There it is. I would like to flip horizontal. And I tell you what, let's also give it a container so that I can offset the position. Something like that. And then I'll be able to rotate that in the animation for the chop. Do like a little ka-chunk, ka-chunk. Do I want the axe to be a child of the body pivot? Maybe I do. Yeah, I think I do, because I want the axe to move. Yeah, look at that. That is amazing. Where's the play button? There's the play button. Hopping around with the axe. But of course, as default, we'll have this not visible. So it'll just be that, and then I'll go up to a tree and I'll start chopping. Or I'll go up to like a piece of stone and I'll be chopping with the pickaxe. Or I'll be farming and I'll have the hoe. Oh, that's going to get on my nerves though. Pitchfork. That's better. Yeah! Nice. I mean, this is just going to be way too much fun once I get it all running properly. Alright, to make a new animation, we are going to call it use. Or maybe we'll call it act. Yeah, we'll call it tool underscore use. And the simple thing that it's going to do... Where has it just created that animation, by the way? I think it will have created it underneath the... my library. For gladling animations. I'm going to hope that that's where it's created it, because it's with the other ones. I would like to add a track. Or can I keyframe? I can't keyframe the visibility, can I? I can keyframe the visibility. Amazing. So we're going to set that to be visible. And then I guess we'll have our body pivot do like a little little bounce and kind of swing. Oh lordy, my brain. So tool parent, I want to keyframe the rotation. Using Bezier curves, I want to come to like 0.15, 0.2, I guess. Wait. Bruh, why? Oh, that's so annoying. Let's replace you with a marker. Da, 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 da. You know what, bun it. I'm just going to delete it and recreate it. That's fine. Add marker 2D. Where is it? Where is it? My gosh. Get my axe back. Flip you horizontally. Scale you down a tad. Move this up so it's on the handle. And then the tool parent is what I want to move. No, I want to move the tool parent. Why can't I? There we go. Okay. Alright. Let's try this again. I would like a keyframe for the tool parent rotation. I want a keyframe for the visibility first of all. Let's keyframe that. Reset track. Make it visible. I guess we make it not visible at the end. Keyframe. It's visible, not visible. Visible, not visible. Perfect. And then I would like to keyframe the rotation. You're going to be on Bezier. Create. I want to come to 0.2. I want to... Nope, stay visible. Nope, stay visible. God damn. There we go. Pull it back. Keyframe there. Then go to like 0.3. And have it rotate forwards like that. And then on about 0.8, we'll pull it back to 0. Oh, I forgot to hit the keyframe button. Gosh darn it. Swing. Forwards. Keyframe, keyframe. And then back to 0. Keyframe, keyframe. That swing needs more weight. There we go. It's a little bit better. Cool. I want to rotate the body back a little bit. So I think probably I want to grab the body pivot. I'm going to literally just say rotation. Literally going to go like -3. And also going to scale it up just a little bit on the Y. 1.1. I forgot to keyframe. Keyframe. 1. Keyframe. Whoop. And then here we can properly squish it, so 0.8. 1.1. 5. Keyframe. Bang. Bruh. Keyframe. Please. Keyframe. What? Bang. That's fun. And then we'll have the scale come back to normal around here. So 1, 1. Keyframe. Enter. Keyframe. And then the rotation come back to normal here. 0. Enter. Keyframe. Sure, that'll do. I'm going to make it loop as well. Bang. Look at that. That's great. That is great. Is there a system like in Unity where I can have a keyframe that fires an event? Let's have a Google. Okay, apparently I can trigger functions frame by frame based on the animation player, but how? Call method track. Go. How did I even miss that? Where do I want to fire the method to? I guess probably the gladling. And then it'll be a keyframe there. Yeah, and we'll have a method that fires off. Yeah, sick. Okay, so we're gonna have a public enum gladling action, and we will have mine chop attack. No, I'm being stupid. We can just probably just have like a collider, like a hitbox that'll overlap and do the thing. Okay, public void do hit. Let's just say that for now, and we'll do a gd.print gladling has done a hit! Exclamation mark. I don't want to mark it as static. I want it to be for the instance. Stupid thing. Right click, insert key, do hit. I need to rebuild the project every time. Right click, insert key, do hit. There we go. So now it's gonna print the thing every time he does a swing. It's so much fun. It's maybe a little bit slow, but I actually kind of like it being like that. It gives it some kind of slow character feely vibe. I think I'm cool with it. And then it will be a case of actually setting it up so that they go and do things. So let's say we have a random chance of the Gladeling exiting out from its state to a new state. So I'm gonna do that. Let's go. I've got an act state and a traverse state. What I would like it to do is traverse to a tree and then chop down the tree. Or you know what? Let's just have it randomly switch to act, and we'll say that the action is going to be chop chop. Or maybe I won't do that today because we have 5 minutes and we're in an okay place in terms of having our little dudes with their axes, trying to run around the place and bugging off each other because of avoidance. It's so much fun. So much fun to watch. I have noticed that my sorting is kind of broken on the bag now, though. So funny. Right, what do I want to do? I want to, real quick, I would like to have the Gladeling... Oh no, maybe I do want the actions. I think I'll have them be in the Gladeling though. So I'm gonna have a public enum action. Because I'm gonna do gladeling.action, and it's going to be chop, hit, farm, or plow, I guess. Chop, hit, plow. Yeah, no, plow. Chop, hit, plow, mine. And then each of those is going to correspond to a visual in the act state. Yeah, I think that's going to be a good way to do things. And we'll also have a reference export private sprite 2D, and this is going to be our held tool or active tool display, and we will just say public void set active tool, and this will take in a sprite 2D active tool sprite. And we will say active tool display dot texture equals, this needs to be a texture 2D. Active tool sprite rather. And then on the idle, wherever it's gone, Gladeling idle, we will say on enter, I want to gladeling.set active tool null. Just hit play to see that that does its thing. It hasn't because I haven't assigned. Active tool display, tool sprite, save, play. Cool. Lovely stuff. I've also realized that I am being stupid with my home base spawning of gladelings. I want this to probably be times 16. Because otherwise it's going to pick the central tile every time, and that's why they're kind of spawning outwards instead of spawning around the thing. That pathfinding is a little bit janky though. I might just turn off avoidance. Let them just walk through each other, because I don't think they need to avoid each other. It's on the navigation agent. Avoidance, turn that off. Now they're just not moving. What? Oh, I know why. It's because without avoidance, it doesn't fire off the safe velocity calculation, which is what my Gladeling is making use of to do its move and slide. What's the word that I'm looking for? Nav agent dot avoidance enabled. Else we will just update Gladeling velocity with move direction times Gladeling move speed. Cool. Cool. Amazing. I think I prefer that. Well, I'm not worried about them needing to avoid each other, especially with sorting being enabled. Cool. Alright, I think that's probably where I'm going to call it then. I feel like it's progress. I've been slouching off camera this entire time. But yeah, we've got basically the bare bones setup of what we need for our little Gladeling to be able to do actions now. I just need to do some planning, really. Figure out how I want to handle the zoning and getting them to actually do actions. If I just have it be, I think I probably will have it be zone marking, because then we can start getting some farming stuff going on, and we'll worry about stuff like prioritizing what actions they should be doing later. But I imagine it will be much the same. We'll use an enum for like the type of action, and that'll all be good. But with all that being said, thank you very much everyone for coming and joining in. I'm hoping my volume is still loud enough on my microphone. It looks like it is. Okay, good. Yeah, thanks very much everyone for coming and watching and bearing with me in my brain fog. I want to just do a little reminder to say Isle of Birds, go wishlist on Steam. It's going to be part of Steam Next Fest, so the demo is going live next week, and it will be available to play, you know, all through the week of Next Fest, and release date will be coming soon. It really does help a lot, helps the studio, helps Obfuscate Interactive, who we're publishing the game for, and it's just a really fun, cool little project, so definitely go check it out. If you enjoyed the live stream, make sure you hit the subscribe button to get notified of when the next one is, and join the Discord if you want to see more kind of hit and miss posts of me updating the project in between live streams, because I can be a bit hit and miss. And yeah, with all of that, thank you very much again. I will see you in the next one. Cheers.